What's up? Welcome back to the Fee King Show. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Fee King, your local fitness go-to girl body architect. We'll get that body and that mind right and tight. The Fee King Show is all about who are you? Who are you on a cellular level when things are going great and when things are not going so great? Who are you? What do you do? What's your why? How in the world are you keeping this thing all together? I.e., what is your self-care modality? What's up, Donna Jordan in the his house? It is Wellness Wednesday. It is Wisdom Wednesday. It is the Fee King Show. So this is how this thing goes. Who am I? I am a woman, a sister, a cousin, a favorite cousin to my cousin Rosetta Bonner. Rest in peace. I am an auntie. I'm also a daughter. I'm a pet parent to the most extraordinary cat, Nelson the cat. We even have a TikTok page. Check us out, Fee and Nelson the cat on that TikToker. I'm also a fiance. I'm a friend. I'm a BFF. What do I do? I'm so glad you asked. I help women over the age of 40 specifically, yet not exclusively, get unstuck in their physical and fiscal life. Why? Because I love myself so much today that it only makes sense to love my sisters exactly where they are. How am I keeping this thing all together? Well, listen, some days I'm not. Some days it just appears that I have it all together. And I'm sure many of us can relate to that if we're being really honest and taking the filters off. My self-care modality is running, reading, mindfulness meditation, guided meditation. I'm doing a guided meditation 30 days with Bob Proctor. It's 23 minutes and it is phenomenal. This morning on SIP with Rev Melissa, she talked about doing the things and doing the things that are going to make us, and I'm paraphrasing, doing the things that are going to make us healthier, happier, more productive, more balanced, more at peace. Are we doing the things for a small amount of time and then expecting our lives to transform? And that really resonated with me because sometimes you'll think, oh, if I meditate, I'll be better. I'll be happier. I'll be more productive. I'll be more positive. And here's the thing, you get to actually do the thing and then implement it and keep practicing. And once you get really, really good at it, you'll be able to check yourself because life is happening. Stuff is going to come up. Your old self is going to come up and you get to say, oh, I recognize her. Okay. Because we're not striving for perfection. We're just simply striving for balance and betterment. Balance and betterment. And when you see your older self start to come to the surface, you get to say, okay, I now have the tools. I take a deep breath. I calm myself down. I relax. I remember who I am and that who I am doesn't have to react and respond to every single thing that may come up in my life, right? That's it. Use the tools to push through. Donna says, use the tools to push through. Today on the Fee King Show, we are talking about, am I my sister's keeper? And how can I be more of my sister and my brother's keeper? So I want to share this with you, and I'll share it on the gram because you can't see this on the gram. So a couple of things happened for me this weekend, and I'm going to share 3 stories. This is the first. I met this man as I was going to catch the F train. This is my first time catching the F train. So I'm on the subway and I had 3 bags of groceries, really heavy. And I chose not to take an Uber because I didn't want to pay that much. That's the honest truth. And so I said, I can do it. I can walk to the subway. Woo, those bags got heavy real fast. And then something beautiful happened. I ran into a sister. So I'm stopped. I'm on the phone with Sekou, and Sekou is trying to call me an Uber, and we're trying to navigate that. I put the bags down. I look straight ahead, and I see this sister that I met about 3 weeks ago at Signature Theater. And she is so beautiful. Her name is Cynthia. She is so beautiful, rich chocolate skin, and her hair is white, and it's up in a mohawk. and it's her hair and it's beautiful. And I was like, I like her. As soon as I met her, I said I liked her. We exchanged information. I thought I reached out to her, but I hadn't. And so when I saw her, I was kind of feeling like, I don't know if I should say something. And she slightly turned and I waved. She came over and she said, what are you trying to do? I said, well, my fiance is trying to call me an Uber. I said, but I'm trying to catch the subway, or attempting, because y'all know I ain't out here trying to do anything in these streets. Either I'm doing or I'm doing, not trying. And so I said, I'm attempting to find a subway that's going to take a train that's going to take me to Times Square. She said, oh, she said, I can help you. And I said, well, where are you going? She said, I'm going this way. I said, are you taking the train? No, but I can help you. She offered to help me carry my bags. And I'm like, what? Not only did she do that, y'all, she's not taking the train. She walked my bags down into the actual subway under, the tunnel. We were in the wrong place. So she walked the bags up across the street to the right train, got me there. It was just, and I said, this is an example of something so simple, how we can show up to be our sister's keeper. Then when we got there, we were in the wrong place again for the second time. And so there was a lady who works for the subway. I don't know the name of the company, the MAT, the subway station. I don't know. I'm new in these New York streets. And she overheard our conversation. And so when we were there, she was there sweeping. She said, sis, she said, y'all need to go upstairs, go across. And I was like, what? We're in the wrong place. And I said, you overheard our conversation, huh? She said, yeah. She said, but I got y'all. And I was like, so whatever they're saying in these streets about New York, it ain't true. What's up, LaTanya Jackson? Good to see you. Good to see you, Clipper Cut Girl. I like that. That's got a ring to it. And so I said, every time a woman especially shows up for me, it just gives me more permission to show up for women, especially strangers. It could be something as simple as a smile. I tell you, something as simple as acknowledging another woman with eye contact could potentially save her from walking off the ledge, from losing her shit with someone else, right? Because something happens when you make direct eye contact and you acknowledge another human being. What it does is it signifies to them, I see you and I am you. And I've been where you are, and I might be going where you are. And you too will get through this. Just acknowledging another person, because we are all in this thing together, whether we want to acknowledge it, admit it, see it or not. Then what happened is I go into the subway, right? I pay, I go in, I'm waiting for the train, and I see this man and he's singing. And y'all, there's nothing melodic about it. It's not, he doesn't sing well, right? What I ascertained from that, and he was singing my song, Guantanamera, hey, Guantanamera, I said, that's my jam, and he is messing it up. But listen, he has so much courage. Do you know? I don't know what it takes to pack up a microphone and a boom box, and it's probably not a boom box. It's some, you plug the microphone into the speaker, and it illuminates the space with your voice. And then to create a sign, like, that takes so much courage, especially when you don't have a Whitney Houston, Beyonce, Luther Vandross voice, or Mark Anthony voice. And he didn't, but what he did have was charisma and courage and character. He ended up serenading me. He ended up coming over, sitting next to me. And I said to him, I said, I don't have cash. I said, but I want to bless you for your gift of blessing me. Do you take Cash App? He said, my friends, they've been telling me, he said, I'm just not, on the computer. I'm not a computer guy. Like, I'm older. And I said, I get it. I said, but guess what? You don't have to be on the computer to do Cash App. I said, and you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I so appreciate your gift. I said, but I don't want you to leave money on the table. I don't want any of us to leave money on the table. I said, and so if you give people more ways to pay you, then it's a win for you and for them. Because right now you are blessing me. I said thank you to him. I said, please keep showing up. I get on the train, and as I'm leaving to get on the train, he said, I love you. And I was like, now I'm about to cry. I said, I love you too. And it's so easy. Like, and I do because I love myself. And so because I love myself, it's easy to love people, and especially strangers when you have this really powerful connection for a minute. And it's just a moment and then you move on. But what it does is it helps us get from one moment to the next because you have no idea what a person is going through. We have no idea. So I want to thank some folks. What's up, seems so my sewers in the house, my sewers in the house, my sewers. That will be Donna and Seems So Lane. Y'all, listen, I am almost at the point where I get to work with a seamstress, a designer, someone who's going to make my clothes for me. I'm so close. I'm getting there. I'm so close. All righty. I came back from Baltimore Sunday. I decided to catch the bus and catch the bus in my favorite location. I love to catch the bus on Maryland Avenue, which is adjacent to Penn Station. And let me tell you why. Because they offer you a bottle of water. And I always get there early because I like to sit in the front seat because I got my eyes. I got my eyes on that driver. I'm watching you the whole time. I get there. There was a sister there before me, and I was like, oh, I got competition. I got competition. There was a black woman, young black woman, and a little boy, gorgeous little boy. And she had 3 trash bags of clothes. And I said, whew, I don't know about you, but I have been there. And so I have been her. As soon as when she walked away, she asked the driver a series of questions, which answered my questions, which is, are you our bus? Are you going to New York City? Are you leaving at this time? And so I said to her, I said, thank you. I said, because you got all the answers for me. When he opened the bus, the bottom level of the bus, so you can put your luggage in, I just went over and picked up her bags and her baby, her son, who I found out once we got to New York is 5 years old. He said, thank you so much for helping my mommy. And then he put his hand around my butt. And I think that was just because his hand, don't get jealous, Sekou. Don't get jealous. He's only 5. I think it's because his height was like at my glute level. And it was just so sweet. And those bags were so heavy. Y'all, 3. So she's either moving out. Something was going on because it's 3 trash bags, 2 clear trash bags, and then like this big red heavy. The stuff was so heavy. She thanked me. We get on the bus. That was it. We get off the bus, same station. I'm waiting for my Uber. And I asked her, I said, are you taking the bus? Or because I'm thinking, I can't imagine her getting on a city bus with these 3 bags. And so I was hoping that she was going somewhere in close proximity to me so that I could share my Uber with her. She said, no, I'm waiting for a ride. So her baby, who's just adorable, before she gets off the bus, her bags were already on the ground. I got all of her bags off the ground. Why? Because I know that I am privileged. And when I say privileged, I am privileged with excellent health. And I am privileged with abominable strength. Is that the word? Excellent strength. I am strong AF. And so I know that I can, and I got good knees. These knees are still fluid and flexible and they're strong. And I said, I can do this. Like, I'm so fortunate that I'm strong. And for me, I thought, this is the epitome of being privileged, is when you have something and you're able to share it with other people, whether that something is money, time, a talent, a gift. And my strength is definitely a gift, because this girl was in her 20s and she could do it because obviously she got the bags there. Someone dropped her off, but she could do it. But there's nothing like somebody saying, I see you. I've been you. and I got you. I see you. I've been you, and I got you because I've been there moving things in trash bags. I've been there. And I just said a prayer for her. I said, God, I pray that this is the last time she is here in this place. And I don't know what place she's in, but I know that if you're moving some things from Baltimore to New York City, you are in a place. Sekou said, rude. Am I my sister's keeper? Sekou, wait for it. Wait for it. Sekou writes. All righty. So I want to publicly thank some people who have been my sister. And some of these people are women, some are men, because it's not based on a gender. It's really based on their heart. And these people have had my back. And many of these people I know, but many of these people I don't know. They've been these encounters that we get to have. And I tell you something else: a closed mouth don't get fed. So oftentimes you get to speak up and actually ask for some support, ask for some help, ask for guidance, ask people who are where you want to be, or they're en route to where you want to be. Simply, how did you get here? What was your route? What was your method? The last thing that happened in this trip from Baltimore to Maryland. Sorry, Maryland, Baltimore to Maryland, not even Baltimore, Maryland to New York City. I was coming, this was my Trader Joe's trip. So this all happened a day of one another. So Sunday was travel, Monday was grocery shopping, Trader Joe's. I jogged to Trader Joe's because proper preparation prevents poor performance, and I'm always open to an opportunity to improve my health. I'm always looking for an opportunity to take in things that I don't want my eyes to unsee. And this is such an extraordinary city. I want to see and soak up everything, everything. I jogged to Trader Joe's after a 3-mile walk, get the groceries, and I'm thinking just 2 bags, and I was wrong. There were 3, and they were heavy. As I'm coming off the escalator, there's the what do you call it? The revolving door. And I get in because a woman is in front of me, and then I was like, "Oh no, I don't have hands to push the glass door around so that I can exit." And this woman never looked back at me, and so I don't know how she knew, but she pushed it for me. And then she waited until I got out. And I just said, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being kind." Because all it takes is just a little kindness and a lot of awareness. Just being aware of who's around you. And I want to come in and say, "Cool." Let's start with Sekou. I want to shout out Sekou for being this person. Oftentimes we are heading to the subway, we're on the escalator. He'll see a woman who has a baby carriage. And did I say baby carriage? Y'all, I'll see a woman who has a stroller. He'll help take the stroller down, like he'll carry it until she gets to the base of it. I've seen him help older women come down the steps when we're heading to the subway. I've seen him stop and ask people who I wasn't even aware that they looked a little lost and they needed to know which subway to get on. And I'm like, that's why I love this dude, because he's not just nice and kind to me, he is nice and kind to people. And that is a sign of a great man and a great person. And I want to be around people, not just my own man, but I want to be around people, women who show up for other women the way that they show up for me. So are y'all ready for my list? And please type in the comment section. Please share this experience with me as I share it with you. Names of people who have been your keeper, who have shown up for you. And if it's a stranger, just put an S. If it's a stranger, just put an S. So I got a lot of strangers, and I'm going to put an S. All right, let's do it. And this is in no order. If I don't mention your name, it is not intentional. It's been hundreds of people in my lifetime that have shown up for me. And then there are people who have shown up for you in ways where it may have hurt your feelings, but it helped you. It helped you to move forward. It helped you to stop doing and being and saying and showing up the way that you have been being and saying and showing up, so that you could become who you really are. I'm going to start with Sekou Wrights. Sekou Wrights has been my friend way before we started dating, like 20 years before we started dating. He has been a source of inspiration, a source of information, a source of support. So thank you to my fiance, Sekou Wrights. Thank you to my girl Too Tight, Tonya Jones. Thank you, Donna Marie. Donna Marie in LA, she's a producer. Donna Marie helped me. No, she got me an audition on The Shield. She called me one day and she caught me in a vulnerable moment and she was like, Fee, you don't sound good. And I was so disappointed that I wasn't going on auditions. I wasn't booking any jobs. And she said, Fee, I think I might have something for you. I didn't believe it. I was like, probably not, just, negative. She called me shortly after. She said, there's a role that I think you would be perfect for. It was a role on The Shield. The character was a heroin addicted prostitute. And I thought, girl, you tripping. I can't play a heroin addicted prostitute. In my mind, the image that I placed on the screen of my mind of a heroin addicted anything was someone who was skinny, thin, wafy, kind of weak. And I was like, girl, I'm fit. I'm thick. Actually, I'm thick fit. And she was like, Fee, I saw your one woman show. You can do this. And because she believed in me, I then believed in myself. And I did a lot of research. And it was the first time I went into an audition feeling like no matter what, I am giving 100%. Y'all, I didn't shower for a few days. I rubbed my t-shirt in oil in the driveway where I lived. My hair, my hair was toe up from the flow up. I embodied that role. And what I realized is you can be newly addicted to heroin. So you can still have some weight on you. Like there's not one way to be an addict. And I booked that role. And let me tell you, I am forever grateful for Donna Marie. And that's just one testimony. You got to wait for the others. You got to wait for my book. Thank you so much, Donna Marie. Thank you, Rev Melissa. When my cousin Rosetta was sick in Atlanta, I was navigating how to get there as quickly as possible. And I ended up cashing in my stocks and some monies from my emergency fund. And Rev Melissa was like, Fee, no. She was like, girl, I got you. What do you need? And I was like, no, thank you so much. But I need to do this. But thank you so much, Rev Melissa, for offering. Like for me, I'm constantly winning. Thank you so much, Rev Melissa. Thank you so much, Rev Melissa. Thank you to my favorite cousin, Rosetta, who has since passed. Oh my God, I didn't know this. Oh, Sekou, stop distracting me, Sekou. My Rosetta, if I go any further, I'm gonna just be crying up here. Shoot. Thank you so much, Rosetta, for 56 years of friendship and cousinship. And woo, you have been a real one. You have loved me. You have supported me. She has encouraged me. When I moved to Maryland, from day to day, I was just like, I don't even know how anymore. Like I used to know how to live and I was confused. And I talked to Rosetta every day. I'm talking about for hours. And it was because of her and Sekou that I was able to get through those first couple of years in Maryland. So thank you so much, Rosetta. I know you're not here to hear this. I believe I did a good job in giving you your flowers while you were here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Summer Dennis. Pivot Summer was my very first personal training client that I met in DC while being a Lyft driver. Thank you, Summer. You helped to transform the trajectory of my life by hiring me, by believing in me to be your personal trainer. And I worked with Summer for 3 years, met her family, became friends. Thank you so much, Summer Dennis, for being my keeper. Let's move on and stop crying. Thank you so much, Fatima West. I met Fatima West on Facebook and we are friends. She's been a client. She's been like a sister to me. And let me tell you, there's nothing better than being heard. And when someone listens to you and really gets to know you and know what moves you, it is a game changer. I was just in Maryland and I walked into Fatima's room because that's where I stay when I'm in Maryland. And this woman had my favorite book on the pillow. I was like, what? Man. Woo. My favorite book is a book by her last name is Warren. It's a children's book titled The Boxcar Children. Oh, and so I'm sure one day Fatima was listening to my show and she heard me say and talk about the Boxcar Children because it is my favorite book. And so I've been reading the Boxcar Children Fatima to Sekou. So when he gets back from his run, I'm going to read another chapter. We're now on chapter 2 of the Boxcar Children. Please type in the chat. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much. Please type in the chat a name or names of people who have shown up and shown out for you, who have supported you, who have believed in you, who have been your keeper, who have helped you, especially those people who helped you when you didn't ask for it, who just knew, you know what, I got you. Let me continue this list because I don't want to run out of time. Thank you so much to my best friend, Elisa Luker. You know who you are and what you've done. Thank you so much. She's no longer with us, but Tukey Smith in Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you to my BFF in Houston, Rona. Bunquita, thank you so much to the strangers who have become friends. And I want to share a couple names of some strangers who became friends who literally, I made a call and they showed up to move me physically out of a toxic situation. I'll just say that. I'm going to leave it there. And that is Shalonda, Deirdre, Julie Kinsey in Orlando, Florida. And it's such a beautiful, empowering story about how 3 women who I didn't know well, 2 I didn't know well, one allowed me to move into her house. She allowed me to move into her house. And she took care of me and she helped me to get from Orlando to Maryland. Julie Kinsey, you are a real one. And I'm so grateful that I became friends with you at the coffee shop in Orlando. Thank you so much to the barista. Her name escapes me, but she became such a light in my life. She was such a light. Like I looked forward to going to the coffee shop. So if you wonder why Fee King loves coffee shops, whew, let me stay focused. Okay. Oh, this was not planned. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dwight Dillon. You know what you did for me in Orlando. Thank you so much to every single member of CEO Toastmasters. Thank you so much for your friendship and your support. Damn, I think it's menopause. Woo. Yes. Okay. Thank you to my boy Anthony Hill, my best friend. He's my best guy friend. You know all the things that you've done. Anthony Hill, I love you forever and ever. Thank you so much, Carl Gilliard. Thank you so much, Dwayne Barnes. Dwayne Barnes said to me, he said, Fee, I want you to work on your self-confidence and your self-esteem because no one who has high self-esteem and self-confidence will be making these kinds of decisions. And it was so hurtful and so true. And I quickly shifted that because I trusted him. I believed in him and he was right. And I stopped making those kind of decisions and I stopped choosing those kind of people and I stopped dating those kind of men because this man saw so much in me. Thank you, Dwayne Barnes. Thank you, Roderick McCarthy. Thank you for going on that dating show with me and helping me to work on my improv skills. We had so much fun. I shared that story with Sekou the other day. And let me tell you, I think I still have that VHS tape, Roderick. Thank you so much, Stu James. And there's a host of others. I want to lovingly invite and encourage you to remember all of the people, especially the women who have shown up for you. I also want to encourage you to be that for more women. Just smile, give eye contact, give a wink, compliment her earrings. Thank you to all the women in New York City who love Fee King's ear game. My ear game is on point, if I can say so myself. And they are letting me know. Thank you for watching the Fee King show. If you found any value in the Fee King show, just go ahead and share it. Just go ahead and hashtag it. Just go ahead and send it to your girlfriend. I'm your local fitness go-to girl, the body architect, Fee King. God willing, I will see you Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm out. Peace.